Service intervals for work orders. So let's go start a work order. So your system does have the capability of pulling up factory service intervals. They're furnished through Epicor. They actually come from Mitchell. So when I go start a work order for a customer, and we'll use Mr. Gray here. Select this vehicle, hit next. And we're just going to keep going here. Hit next again, and next again. You're going to see this screen pop up, interval services. Now what the system does is it looks at whatever the highest recorded mileage is. So whatever the previous or the current, whichever is highest, and it's going to pull the next service up. Now this is a Canadian version, so it's going to look at kilometers. So what is the idea here? Here I can look at any factory service intervals that are coming up for this customer on their vehicle. I can look at it as one service or multiple. Notice this one here even has single or dual rear wheels, depending on which model it is. You can also open this up and you can look at anything coming up in the future or maybe something you missed in the past. And you can pull that up also. Now there's two ways to use this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you both ways. If I do this as one service and I click on add, it's going to add that job underneath the inspection. I'm going to hit next. We're going to get to a work order here. And we'll just throw somebody on. So remember, I used the one service tab. So when I do it that way, it's going to give me the complete listing of everything to do. Now here's the problem with this. If I want to go look up these parts, replace engine oil, replace oil filter, there's the oil filter. It gives me the total hours here for this service, but now I have to go look up each individual part. So if I go to my catalog, for example, it has no idea what you're looking for. There's no definitions in these part lines or anything. Okay. This is one way to use this. Another way to use this, and we'll delete it. As a matter of fact, let's do a little save here. I'll go up to my intervals here. Would be to do it as multiple. So if I do multiple services and I click on add, it's just going to give me the title on the work order. Now here I can go in and put in whatever labor time I want for the inspection. So I can open that up and put in whatever I need. Maybe I want to charge an hour for an inspection. So where are all the jobs? So what it does when you're using it this way is it creates the checklist back here under inspections. So now I have the full checklist. Now, anything that's bold is something you're going to have to do. Lubrications, oil change, fuel filter, axle fluids, rotate tires. And the idea behind this is, see, now I can just simply double click. I can say, well, this is for maintenance, and start adding packages. So if I go in here and say, well, I need to do a lube oil filter. There's the last time I did one. I can reuse this one, whichever I want. If I say, well, let's go reuse it, add. We're going to do that oil filter as part of that oil change. Maybe I want to do a fuel filter, so I can utilize this to put in all my jobs, and I'll have all the packages set there with the definitions, the lookups, whatever the case may be. Fuel filter, add, differential fluids. Matter of fact, we just check them all here, see? Right down the line. let's see here, like I do a general service, fluid exchange. Keep on going right down the line. So that's the idea. So now when I go back to my work order, I have all my jobs sitting there. All the lookups are here, everything. I need to go pull specs. I can still go pull specs, whatever I need to get. So you can choose whichever way you want to use this. Just remember, if I use the multiple, then it's going to give me the check sheet, the actual inspection sheet, and I can add all the jobs as I need to. Now, if you do not want this interval service coming up as you're writing a work order, there is a switch in the system. And let me show you where that's at. Home, Setup, underneath your location settings. If we scroll down a little bit, default interval service. If you don't want that prompt to come up as you're writing the work order, just check the box. And it will not come up as you're writing the work order. And that is your service intervals.